Hello there everyone, it is Toby from TIJ Music and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm going to be doing something I haven't done before, something I thought would be a little bit different. I'm going to be ranking some singles from this album. The Carpenters, the singles from 1969 to 1973. The sun is being a right pain in the backside today, but hopefully you can see that. The Carpenters, the singles from 1969 to 1973. I've been a Carpenters fan for some time now, and considering some of the music that's shown on this channel, you might be a little bit surprised. Kiss, Pink Floyd, AC/DC, where on earth did Carpenters come into it? But I like both ends of the spectrum. I like the hard rock stuff, and I really like easy listening. Carpenters, Neil Diamond, Elvis, and other country stuff and easy listening stuff. I'm really into that, and I went to see a tribute band of the Carpenters last year. The Carpenters story, which is really good, up in Stoke last November. But particularly during this lockdown period, I've been listening to a lot of the Carpenters. Very, very soothing. Again, I've been listening to that hard stuff, Motorhead, particularly Judas Priest as well. But on the easy spectrum, Carpenters are brilliant. And I was originally going to rank all of the singles from 1969 to 81, but A, considering I've got this album to hand, and B, considering it's a more refined version of their singles, the 12 singles from 1969 to 73, so I'm going to be ranking all 12 singles. And also, I'm going to show off a few of the singles that I've got in physical form. Now, unfortunately, I thought I'd got a few more than what I've got here. I inherited quite a few of these from my grandparents' collection, and some of them, I mean, they haven't got the right labels on. For example, I've got Goodbye to Love as a single, and it's got a Polydor sleeve, so obviously this was released on A&M Records. So not exactly sure what's going on, but all of the physical stuff I've got to hand I will show. But let's get cracking with the show. Let's give a list of them, and then I'll do my top 12. So on side one of this record, We've Only Just Begun, Top of the World, Ticket to Ride, of course the Beatles classic, Superstar, Rainy Days and Mondays, and Goodbye to Love. And then on side two, equally as good. Probably I'd say side one's, yeah, I'll probably actually say side one's a little bit better. And then side two, Yesterday Once More, It's Going to Take Some Time, Sing, For All We Know, Hurting Each Other, and really, for any non-Carpenters fan or small Carpenters fan, the most known Carpenters song of all time, the classic duet, They Long to Be Close to You. So let's get cracking then with the first of these 12, down from 12 to number 1. We're going to rank at number 12, Hurting Each Other. Went to number 7 number 1 on the US Adult Contemporary charts from a song for you. Good shot, a good track. You know, none of these are bad tracks whatsoever, but probably the weakest of the bunch. It's not one I particularly listen to a lot, and there's probably 10 of the 12 from this album that I listen to a hell of a lot. There's later stuff from the singles after this that I listen to more, so hence why that's bottom of the list. And at number 11, in a similar vein really, is it from the same album, It's Going to Take Some Time. I only got to number 2 on the US Adult Contemporary, but got to number 1 on the Canadian Adult Contemporary. Again, two tracks that, they're definitely good tracks, but aren't in the same league, I believe, as any of the top 10. So in 10th, this might surprise you, but it has been overplayed to death over the years. That's probably why I'm not going to rank it as high, and that is the classic They Long to Be Close to You. Went to number 1 in the US Adult Contemporary, Australian, Canadian charts, and also went to number 6 in the UK, and comes from the album of the same name, Close to You. Brilliant track, absolutely fantastic. Probably one of the best duets of all time, but it's been overplayed so much. Repopularised again by the appearance in the Simpsons movie. That's got to be about 15 years ago now. Quite believable, really. And yeah, it's a great track, absolutely fantastic. But all of the 9 tracks above it, I thought, yep, that beats it. Yep, that beats it. I don't know if it's just because of the freshness of them and because the track's been played over the years. I don't know, but anyway, today I'm going to rank that one at number 10. Have I got that one? No, I haven't got that one physically, actually. I've only got 3 of these singles physically, unfortunately. And in fact, one of them is coming up next. Number 9 from Now and Then went to number 1 in the US and Australia and Canada, and went to number 5 in the UK, the last single of them all. And on the B-side, it has got Your Wonderful Parade from the album Ticket to Ride. Interesting. And that is Top of the World. I don't know if you can see that. I think that should be okay now. I think this is actually in the original sleeve with the A&M Records packaging. I can't be sure. I haven't documented these on Discogs, so I'll have to have a look, see if it's in the proper sleeve. But great track. Absolutely fantastic track. Good vibe to it. It's a nice high-tempo track, and, well, they're easy listening anyway. It's not exactly dance or anything like that. But, yeah, number 9 on the list is Top of the World from Now and Then. And then at number 8, we've got another track from the same album, and that is Sing. Now, I wanted to put this a little bit higher. Number 1 in the US Adult Contemporary, didn't chart in the UK. I wanted to put this one a little bit higher, but I just couldn't. When I started the list, I thought, right, that's got to be at least a top 5. And then I looked at the other tracks that are above this, and I thought, God, this is a high standard. And yeah, number 8's where Sing fits in, but a cracking song. Really like the orchestra. Not the orchestra, the choir. I don't know what I was on about. The children's choir. It just puts a brilliant, playful twist to the track. It's a really nice, easy listening track. Number 7, though, is the Beatles track. The Beatles' famous track written by Lennon and McCartney, 4 minutes 10 in length, if you are interested. Went to not only number 54 of the US charts and number 19 of Adult Contemporary. The first single out of all 12 on this album, and just because I think the Carpenters weren't such a known name, and that's why it didn't chart so much. This is from the album of the same title, also known as Offering in some territories. Don't really know how that works. But nevertheless, Take It to Ride, number 7. Again, another track that I thought would be higher. But again, really good track. I actually, and this is a really unpopular opinion, I would guess, I prefer this version to the Beatles version. I think Karen's vocals are absolutely fantastic, and the offering that Richard brought to the duo as well, with his orchestration and production, it was absolutely fantastic. I think the Carpenters are just so underrated. I feel like to a lot of people they were not ahead of their time. What's the reverse of that? I suppose they should have been 5-10 years ago for some people. They were a little bit too easy listening, but nevertheless they achieved massive success, particularly in these few years between 69 and 73. And Karen's vocal really makes this track what it is. Absolutely fantastic. But again, that one comes in at number 7. Now I get the next one on... No, I haven't. I haven't got the next one on Physical, but another good track is number 6, We've Only Just Begun, the third single of 12 here. From Close to You, the second single from Close to You, went to number 1 again in the US Adult Contemporary charts and in Canada, and indeed their Adult Contemporary chart, only number 28 though in the UK. Brilliant track. Funnily enough, the first I heard this track was when I listened to it by, was it Andy? I think it was Andy Williams. He sung quite a few of these Carpenters tracks. I don't think necessarily some of these maybe, but certainly some of the other ones that they've done. But just a brilliant track. We've only just begun to live. Brilliant. That wasn't exactly my best vocal there either, but you can't really match Karen. You can't try and sing in the same pitch as Karen, so that's just impossible. Such a unique voice. I think that's what makes the Carpenters so good. Yeah, We've Only Just Begun, number 6. Brilliant track. Really enjoy We've Only Just Begun. Nicely low tempo and just a great track. Number 5, we're getting into the real serious now. Still haven't got this. In fact, it's actually the top 2 that I've got on Physical, so I'm not going to try and show these off at all. But yeah, I've got the top 2 on Physical from, if you're interested, the albums Now and Then and A Song for You. So if you know the albums well, you could be racking your brains. But the next 3 tracks are all from the Carpenters album from 1971, I want to say. But first off, the first single from the album, For All We Know, went to number 1 in the Adult Contemporary charts of the US. No, went to number 18 in the UK. Great track. From Lovers and Other Strangers, I believe, the film that it was from in its soundtrack. Just a great track, but doesn't quite beat the other 2 singles from the album. And they are, at number 4, Rainy Days and Mondays. What a track. Brilliant. Absolutely fantastic. So little to choose between the top 5 and top 4. Absolutely fantastic track. But it's beaten just by a better track, Superstar. What a track. Absolutely fantastic. Number 3 on the list. All 3 of these went to number 1 in the US Adult Contemporary. Rainy Days and Mondays didn't chart in the UK. But funnily enough, both of these went to number 18 in the UK. I feel like I might well have copied that, because it seems very... what's the word? Coincidental that those 2 both went to number 18 in the UK. But if they did, then they did. Very coincidental it may be. But what a track. What a chorus. Karen just pours everything into that chorus. It's absolutely fantastic. So that makes up the first spot on the podium. So, 2 records left. You'll have guessed them by now, because it's a process of elimination. First off, we've got Goodbye to Love. Again, in that Polydor sleeves, probably incorrect. And then in a plain sleeve, Yesterday Once More from the album Now and Then. Road Ode on side 2 of Yesterday Once More. And I Won't Last a Day Without You on side 2 of Goodbye to Love. That's an outstanding double, really, that is. That's a brilliant single on both sides. I Won't Last a Day Without You is fantastic. Probably, if it was in the list, top 5 of this list. So I'm going to talk a little bit about both of the tracks before we announce what's number 1 and 2. So we'll focus first on Yesterday Once More. What an excellent track. What a fantastic track. It's Yesterday Once More. Brilliant. Absolutely fantastic. The way it just builds up. A lot of these tracks can sound a little bit familiar if you listen to them too often, and that's definitely the case. What was the track that... I think it might be For All We Know that I got this mixed up with once. I can't remember. I can't remember what it is now. It's really bugging me. It's Yesterday Once More. I don't know if it was something like maybe Leave Yesterday Behind that I was getting this mixed up with. Possibly. But again, a great track. Goodbye to Love. That guitar solo. I mean, again, I'm into the rock stuff, so that already... Ooh, it's like, ooh, that's a pleasant one. That doesn't sound too bad. But yeah, great guitar solo. And it was really tough to pick between these two. On either which day, they would be number one. Yesterday Once More, number one, US Adult Contemporary. Number 2 in the UK. Joint highest charting single in the UK with Please Mr. Postman. None of the Carpenters singles got to number 1 in the UK. And then Goodbye to Love, 9th single from this album. Went to number 7 in the US, only number 9 in the UK. Went to number 1 though in the Canadian Adult Contemporary charts. And at number 1, and again, I was teasing. It's not hard to pick between these two because every day of the week, this is my top Carpenters track. Goodbye to Love. That wins the battle between those two. Goodbye to Love. What a track. When I went to see the Carpenters story last year, we'll just give a bit of commiseration to Yesterday Once More in second. But when I went to see the Carpenters story last year, I was a bit gutted because I didn't think they were going to play this track, and I was going, what's happening here? I mean, to be fair, I was a 19-year-old in a room with all old uns, so make of that what you will, I suppose. But inevitably, with my music taste, I'm just going to be there anyway with all the oldies. But yeah, Goodbye to Love. It's just a brilliant track. It is the perfect Carpenters song, in my opinion. Absolutely fantastic. So just to run down the list again. Number 12, Hurting Each Other. Number 11, It's Going to Take Some Time. Number 10, They Long to Be Close to You. Number 9, Top of the World. Number 8, Sing a Song, Let the World. Sorry. Number 7, Ticket to Ride. Number 6, We've Only Just Begun. That was better. Number 5, For All We Know, from Lovers and Other Strangers. Number 4, Rainy Days and Mondays Always Get Me Down. Number 3, Superstar. Don't You Remember You Told Me You Loved Me, Baby. Brilliant. Number 2, Yesterday Once More. And number 1, top of the pile, Goodbye to Love. Love to see your rankings in the comments. This is the first video I've covered on the Carpenters, so if you want to see any other videos on the Carpenters, let me know. But I just had a bit of an idea at a whim. I thought, I fancy covering the Carpenters because I've been listening to a lot of their music at the moment. And that is my ranking of their singles from 1969 to 73. I might well do an extension, if you guys go on to enjoy this, of the 69 to 81 singles. Or indeed, I might well rank every single track from their 40/40 compilation, which I've got in the CD drawer, or I might rank the tracks from Carpenters Gold. I might even do an album review. That's how fancy I might be with Carpenters. But if you have enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like. Comment your thoughts on the Carpenters music down below. Is it your cup of tea? Is it not? Have you just clicked on this video because you want something to watch? You're that bored that you'd watch something about Carpenters? Or are you a real Carpenters fan? What are your Carpenters memories, etc, etc? Yeah. But thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate you tuning in today. I've been Toby from TIJ Music. Any video requests or ideas, leave them down in the comments. I'm looking to do a few more videos on this channel because I do abandon this channel a little bit in favour of my other channel, my gaming channel. But nevertheless, thank you very much for watching. I've been TIJ Music. Fingers crossed back for another video soon. But if not, there are plenty of plenty of other bits of good content. I'll get there in the end on the channel for you guys to watch. There'll be 4 elements in the end screen of things that you might like, you might not. But if you want to see more stuff that's aligned to this, leave that down in the comments. But thank you very much for watching, folks. I've been Toby from TIJ Music, and until the next time, I will see you all later. Goodbye for now.